Welcome back to another episode of 40 Facts About the 40k Universe. I am your host Gershwan, and today we are going to be talking about the Deathwatch. So let's get into 40 Facts About the Deathwatch. The Deathwatch Space Marines serve the Ordo Xenos of the Imperial Inquisition as its chamber militant, the warriors of last resort when the Inquisition needs access to firepower greater than that of the Imperial Guard or a team of its own agents. Unlike other Space Marines, the Deathwatch are not truly a separate chapter of the Adeptus Astartes. Rather, they are a collection of veteran Space Marines drawn from all different chapters who served together in the Inquisition service for a discrete period of time. To be chosen by one's chapter to serve in the Deathwatch is a great honor for any Space Marine, as only the most elite and experienced members of chapters are ever chosen for this extremely hazardous tour of duty. The origins of the Deathwatch are uncertain in current Imperial records, but can be traced to the arrival of the Imperial frigate Eisenstein at Terra at the start of the Horus Heresy in the early 31st millennia. During this time, a small force of loyalist Space Marines from the Traitor Legions arrived in the Sol System to inform the Emperor of Mankind that the War Master Horus had betrayed him at Isstvan III and been corrupted by chaos. To learn more about these events, please check out our series, the Horus Heresy 40 Fact series. While not definitive, it seems likely that the contingents of loyalist Death Guard Space Marines who had arrived on Terra aboard the Eisenstein formed the initial core of what would later become the Deathwatch, hence providing the name for the new Astartes formation. For millennia, they have watched, waited, and fought amongst the lost stars and abandoned worlds of the Jericho Reach. They serve as a sort of guardsmen to the rest of the Imperium, protecting from what lurks in the Reach. The Jericho Reach, once known as the Jericho Sector, is a region of space close to the eastern fringe of the Milky Way galaxy in the Ultima Segmentum. This area of the galaxy was once a part of the Imperium of Man in ancient days, until it fell into an age of isolation, disintegration, and evil. It has been lost to the Imperium for over 4,000 Terran years. The domains of the Deathwatch in the Jericho Reach exist to aid them in the Long Watch. These places are held by them and them alone, secret and well guarded. These domains range from the vast and mysterious watch fortress of Heroclix, which circles a dying star, to the many lesser watch stations standing silent on the forgotten worlds, airless moons, and in the dead marshes of space throughout the Jericho Reach. The domains best serve the Deathwatch by providing places where they can gaze into the darkness beyond, rearm, gather information, or hold the line against the many enemies of mankind that infest the Jericho Reach. The presence of the Deathwatch in the Jericho Reach is a consequence of an ancient resolution made under conditions of utmost secrecy. This resolution, cause, and purpose remain obscure even to the Adeptus Astartes that carry out its terms. The result of this mysterious resolution placed the Jericho Reach directly under the eyes of the Deathwatch forever. And in order to fulfill this compact, the Deathwatch built their hidden watch fortress in the dead system of Heroclix and on the ruins of an ancient artifact. At the fortress's heart, they constructed the Omega Vault, and sealed within it is the artifact that holds terrible truths of the future yet to be born. The true nature of this secret threat remains hidden from the Deathwatch that bide in the Jericho Reach, hidden until its fated hour approaches. Part of the secret is only known by the Watch Commander and the Inquisitors of the Ordo Xenos of the Chamber of Vigilance. The information is passed down one to another over the centuries, and that knowledge guides the missions assigned to the Deathwatch of Watch Fortress Heroclix. In recent times, portions of the Omega Vault's mechanisms have unlocked themselves, as if in response to changing events in the Jericho Reach, and the mission logs entered by the Deathwatch go into their engines. In some cases, an ancient weapon, device, or task has been revealed to the Deathwatch as a result. In other cases, the Omega Vault has yielded data that has drawn kill teams to distant parts of the Jericho Reach, sent into certain death never to return. Watch Fortress Heroclix stirs now as never before, and only a few locks remain before the Omega Vault opens fully. The watch stations are fortified outposts, used by the Deathwatch in the Jericho Reach. There are many watch stations scattered across the world, moons and cold voids of the Reach, and no two watch stations are quite the same. Some take the form of single-blocked armored bastions from which eagle-headed gargoyles glare out at the silent expanse of dead worlds. Others are complexes of forbidding towers strung through the peaks of lunar mountain ranges, while yet others are small, jagged stations that watch from the blackness of space. Each station is fitted with highly advanced sensors that constantly gather information about the area around them. These sensors gaze far into space, scour the air for communications of all types, and even skim the warp with powerful witch-sight augurs. All the information gathered by the watch station is stored in a data reservoir in the heart of the station. When any Deathwatch Space Marine leaves a watch station, it is his duty to take a copy of the information gathered by the station and return it to the Watch Fortress Heroclix for entry into its records. Small, high-speed warp-capable vessels known as Dark Hunters are designed to slip unseen through the stars while they make their rounds, harvesting watch stations' valuable data. All watch stations house weapons and materials to some extent, arms that can be assessed by any Deathwatch kill team that needs them. Many also have extensive medical, analysis, and armory facilities that any Deathwatch kill team that needs them can avail themselves of, although to gain full extent of their use, the specialist skills of an apothecary or tech marine are required. Most watch stations are not physically manned by Battle Brothers, except for when they function as a base of operation in the field. Many watch stations can go for decades without a Battle Brother crossing their threshold. During the normal course of events, watch stations are maintained, operated, and if needed, defended by the finest automated systems the machine cult can provide. If a watch station is attacked, its protection can sustain it from all but the most determined and powerful assault. If breached, it will self-destruct, annihilating itself utterly, leaving nothing of its secrets to the enemy. A watch station's greatest defense, however, are the secrecy, remoteness, and concealment of its existence. Watch Station Arcas is an armored space station resembling a spiked iron pinwheel floating on the outreach of the Arcus system. The watch station is small, with enough space to accommodate no more than a dozen Battle Brothers. Most of the station is given over to the systems of its massive sensory arrays, designed to both monitor and gaze beyond the Arcus system. Unusually, Watch Station Arcas is home to an assigned astropath dedicated to its service. The current astropath is a deeply experienced practitioner of his craft called Varus. It has been many months since he has been able to personally send or receive messages through the warp with any reliability or clarity, thanks to the growing shadowy presence that moves in the warp, blocking out both astropathic signals and filling the watch stations with static and buzz like a swarm of locusts. The Arcas system itself has a number of planetary bodies, including 2 that are capable of supporting life. However, both are desert worlds, possessed of little to no water, and from which jagged spines of black rock emerge like bones of great fossilized beasts. There are a few sand-arid remains, which indicate that these worlds played host to intelligent life in the distant past, possibly even human colonies, though nothing of them remains. The system has many reasons why the Deathwatch should stay vigil. It has been both battlegrounds of man and alien, and the site of several strange energy phenomenons, which will remain unexplained. The airless third moon of Arcas II still bears the charred remains of an orc terror ship brought down by the Deathwatch boarding action centuries ago. The system and its inhabitants have recently been attacked by a rising swarm of Tyranids. The defenders are commanded by the General Casterlix, who is entirely ignorant of the watch station's presence. And those were 40 facts about the Night's Watch. Oh wait, I'm sorry, the Death Watch. You see what I did there? I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe to the channel to get part 2 because we are going to be going over more of the watch stations. And of course, comment down below and let me know of any other topic you guys want me to discuss on these lore videos. We post new videos every single day, so subscribe, like, comment, and share. This was Gersh1 with One Mind Syndicate, signing out.